What's up guys, Forrest here. So I'm going to try something a little bit different on DevNotes. Haven't uploaded on this channel in a while, but I wanted to give it a go, and that's whatever the heck this video is. I read an article this morning, a few different articles, about something insane. A story that all of us would love to be the subject of, and that is because Google paid $2.7 billion to rehire AI genius who left after company refused to release his bot. This is a wild story. So get this. In August, that's when this happened. August 2024, Google entered a $2.7 billion agreement with AI chatbot startup Character.AI. The official reason was to get a license to use Character's technology. Now, I don't know exactly, this is a 3-year-old company, by the way. I don't know exactly what technology Character would have that Google doesn't. I mean, they've been spending hundreds of millions to billions of dollars a year in AI, right? And they're licensing Character's technology. However, there's an unofficial reason. The unofficial reason, according to a Wednesday Wall Street Journal report, which of course I'm paywalled out of because I don't pay for it and they charge for everything. The consensus within Google is that the tech giant primarily wanted to hire a former employee who quit in 2021 after creating an AI chatbot that Google refused to take public. And there's a lot to unpack here, but like acqui-hires aren't really a new thing. Those are kind of common, and that is when you acquire a company in order to hire the people that work at said company because you think they're good. But that's not what this is. It's not at all. It kind of is, but like it's not. So let me explain. The main thing between an acqui-hire is to acquire a company to hire the people. Google didn't acquire Character.AI. They entered into a $2.7 billion agreement with them to get a license to use their technology. And their technology being this. This is the Character.AI homepage. It's really supposed to tell you everything that you're supposed to know about a particular brand, right? Like, why am I coming here? Well, I guess it has specific, like very focused AI chatbots. Like this, Trevor is a trip planner and he's very good at trip planning. That's what I'm gathering from this. Leah is a language liaison, very good at bridging language gaps and connecting cultures. And Ellie is a creative helper, whether you're an artist, a writer, a musician. And Benji's your brainstorm buddy. That's kind of what I've gathered, but I don't know exactly. Personalize AI for every moment of your day. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like. So we are uniquely centered around people, letting users personalize their experience by interacting with AI characters. We are working to put our technology into the hands of billions of people to engage with and continuing to build personalized AI that can be helpful for any moment of your day. Like if you are composing music or if you're planning a trip. So, okay, I guess that's the idea. But when it comes to licensing that, like you would think they would want to acquire it because I read somewhere, yeah, at the time of the deal in 2024, Character.AI said that it had more than 20 million monthly active users. Google's not getting that though. They're not paying for that. The $2.7 billion is not going towards that. It's going towards the license as well as this part right here. Last month, Google and Character.AI announced that Shazeer, Rehires, and certain members of Character.AI's research team would be joining Google's AI unit DeepMind. And Rehires, if you didn't know, built that chatbot with Shazeer back in 2021. So this is what happened. Noam Shazeer, 48-year-old software engineer, he was first hired by Google as one of its first few hundred employees back in the year 2000. But he left the company in 2021 after Google refused his request to release a chatbot that he had developed with a colleague, Daniel Rehires. Shazeer and Rehires went on to found Character.AI, which we were just talking about, which this entire deal is surrounding. And Character.AI, just in the past 3 years, it is 2024 now, that's 2021, It grew to become one of the hottest AI startups in Silicon Valley, according to this, that would eventually reach a $1 billion valuation last year after raising $150 million in funding. And then Google's August agreement with Character brought Shazeer back into the company as part of the DeepMind research team. So this entrepreneur article focuses that it is the unofficial reason specifically was to hire Shazeer. We also get Rehires back, and we also get the other individuals who we like from the team. So it kind of was an acqui-hire without acquiring the company as a whole, which is interesting to me. And also it kind of reminds me of that one story with, I forget the guy's name. I think he applied for a job. I think it was the co-founder of WhatsApp. Before he created WhatsApp, he applied to Facebook, presumably as a software engineer, and was refused a job at Facebook. So this is not what actually happened, but in my mind, this is the story arc. He got refused from Facebook. He said, I'm going to do anything possible to get hired by Facebook. So he comes over here and he builds WhatsApp, and then he sells it to Facebook for 19 point some odd $billion. And now he can get hired at Facebook, because that's what happens when companies acquire another company. They bring on, they bring on the team, the founders, all of it. They acquire the entire company, unlike the Character.AI thing where they get the license and get some people from the team. I'm not sure how that works, but that you acquire the company, you acquire the people, and then the people who run it, they kind of have to stay on for the first 1, 2, 3 years in order for a smooth transition from WhatsApp independent to WhatsApp as a part of Facebook, now a part of Meta. And that's typically what happens. And in my mind, that's my head canon, is that he just wanted a job so bad at Facebook that he created WhatsApp in order to get it. Brian Acton, that's his name, Brian Acton. So it kind of reminds me of this. It's not exactly the same, but it's interesting. In other words, Google paid $2.7 billion to rehire Shazeer if they would have just agreed to release the chatbot, which, by the way, would have been before ChatGPT and maybe had the potential to have the same splash as ChatGPT. Maybe not, but maybe so. Would have been before. At least they would have been at the forefront of it. They could have just had him do all of this same research and development under their umbrella. Maybe it wouldn't have been exactly as Character.AI, but they took the technology to create Character.AI and then made a specific use case for the end consumer, something that they could create into a business. There's more information here, though. So we already established that Shazeer was one of the first 100 employees at Google, but he quickly established himself as an AI expert and wrote a paper in 2017 with 7 other Google employees called Attention is All You Need, which introduced a new deep learning architecture. That paper has been cited by other researchers more than 100,000 times. That means it's a pretty daggum good paper, and established him as one of the inventors of modern AI, which also reinforces the idea that this paper must be pretty gnarly. So they have 7 versions spanning from 2017 to 2023. We're going to go to V1 because that was the initial one, view the PDF, and here are the 8 total, Shazeer and 7 other Google employees. And the abstract for this paper: the dominant sequence transduction models are based on complex recurrent or convolutional neural networks in an encoder-decoder configuration. The best performing models also connect the encoder and decoder through an attention mechanism. We propose a new simple network architecture, the transformer. That's their new deep learning architecture, based solely on attention mechanisms, dispensing the recurrence and convolutions entirely. Experiments on 2 machine translation tasks show these models to be superior in quality while being more parallelizable and requiring significantly less time to train. So superior quality while being more parallelizable in significantly less time to train. Our model achieves 28.4 blue and the WMT 2014 English to German translation task. Did I say and the? I meant on the. Improving over the existing best results, including ensembles by over 2 blue. The WMT 2014 English to French translation task, our model establishes a new single model state-of-the-art blue score of 41.0 after training for 3.5 days on 8 GPUs, a small fraction of the training costs of the best models from the literature. We show that the transformer generalizes well to other tasks by applying it successfully to English constituency parsing both with large and limited training data. I'm not going to pretend I understand all of what's going on here, but there's the abstract for the paper that has been cited over 100,000 times and has established Shazeer as one of the inventors of modern AI. But what's interesting here is actually, let's go back. Why is Shazeer singled out? Is he the only one that left from Google in this, and that's kind of why they're singling him out? Did they all become inventors of modern AI? Yeah, okay. 8 Google employees invented modern AI. Here's the inside story. Okay, fair enough. So all of these individuals, all 8, are credited to be inventors of modern AI. And Shazeer claims credit for his contributions in his LinkedIn About section at the time of writing, saying, "I have invented much of the current revolution in large language models." And now he is back at Google's DeepMind research team. Shazeer made hundreds of millions of dollars as part of the deal, according to the Wall Street Journal. Imagine being in those shoes. You work for Google for 21 years. You get upset because they don't release your AI chatbot. You leave, you create your company. 3 years later, you raise $150 million, by the way, just going to skirt over that, valuation of $1 billion. And then without even selling the company, based on what I'm reading here, you sell a license to Google for them to license your technology, as well as to hire you, your other co-founder, Dave Freitas, as well as the team within Character.AI. And they pay $2.7 billion. You make hundreds of millions of dollars out of the deal. And now you're right back in the DeepMind research team, which, as we know, works on AI. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Congratulations to Shazeer. I am still curious about how are they removing all of these people from Character.AI while also continuing to service the 20 million monthly active users and grow Character.AI? Or, I wonder if the DeepMind research team will also be working, because this is a non-exclusive agreement, by the way, with Character.AI. Like, Google's not exclusive. That confuses me a little bit, but it's insane. What do you think about this story? Would you want to be, in Shazeer's shoes, making hundreds of millions of dollars and at the forefront of AI and be credited as one of the inventors of modern AI? Pretty cool. He put in the work, though. He earned it. If you like stories like this, if you know about any stories like this, join the Discord. I've just relaunched my old Discord for my channel that I froze like 5-6 years ago as the Dev Notes Discord. We're going to have a lot of Discord there, a lot of communication there, as well as sign up to Dev Notes, the Dev Notes newsletter at devnotesdaily.com to stay up to date on stories like this and other stories that have to do with software development, computer science, and everything. And subscribe to the channel. I don't know if I'll continue making more videos like this, but I'll see. I'll see what the response is, and if anything like this comes up, I'll probably make a video, because I love reading stuff like this and I love making videos about it and making sense of it in my head and trying to translate that sense over to y'all. I hope I did that well. Okay, anyway, I'll see y'all later.